Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in. Check out your boy, B-Farm, thinking right out here. We about to do part two. It's going to be called the 10 Lessons, the 10 Essential Elements of Spiritual Discipline for Self-Mastery. These are things that you need to know, like the 10 Commandments, but you need to follow them, implement them, because they're purposely there for a reason. Let me break it down for you right quick. This is part two. I gave you the first 9, now I'm going to give you the last 10. Let's go. Rightisms. 25 rules to live by. Storytelling. Story with a message. There's always a message in my stories for life. I give you life lessons. You tune in and receive them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking way of life through mental and spiritual discipline. Practice daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. See where we're going with this? Let's get that together. So I asked the question, do you know you? You will when I'm through. That's what I do for you. It's rhetorical, but if you don't have an answer for yourself, tune in. I got you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. Don't be them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, so you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. I appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers know thyself and to my God be true. Alright, let's get the business. Right thinkers, P-Funk philosophy on the last 10 essential elements of spiritual discipline for self-knowledge. Let's rock. Start with number 10. You hear me say Heka, the god Ptah, the self-created one who uttered himself into existence. The word Heka means words of power. He exercised his thought, his emotions, and verbally uttered himself into existence from a thought and an emotion. The third part to that is what? The utterance, the Heka, words of power. Heka, number 10, utter words of power in any language, but with full understanding of the meaning, repeatedly beginning with 5 minutes a day, and you gradually build up to an hour or more each day, uttering prayers in morning upon waking up and in the evening before bed. They're saying pray. I'm not big on prayer. I'm not a big prayer. I don't pray verbally. I don't pray out loud. Again, that's not my thing. So I keep my exchange with God internally. Okay, but if you want to practice that, you can practice your prayers and whatever y'all do when you do that. I got my own thing. So number 11, this here is an important one. It says vegetation diet. I ain't buying into that. That's to get it. I ain't a nutritionist. I ain't big on that. I eat what I like. I eat what makes me feel good. So I'm not big on doing that. I'm seeing how healthy eating. Yeah, all that's good. So I'm working my way into it. Like again, it's a process. I'm still a work in progress. How about that? I'm not gonna just start being a vegan. I read about the vegan. Man, I learned a lot of things. I said I gotta make some decisions as I go along. So, but this is what you gotta do. Along with vegetation diet, spiritual discipline have to be instituted on a day-to-day basis. Why? Because that's what's going to get you to go from doing this and being that way to not doing it, stop being that way, to doing this and being this way. That's called change, transformation, self-discovery, whatever you want to call it. But you need to implement these things in your life to make that happen. That's the purpose. So at vegetation diets, they say eat at least 50 to 60% raw. I ain't doing that. If possible, it ain't possible. But fruits, nuts, dairy products, natural, organic, if possible. Okay, I can get with that. That comes a little, give me a little working room there. Not so specific, but I can get it. But for the more advanced, nutritionists and health freaks, well, they can tell you what supplements and how much. No, I'm not into all of that. Okay, I'm not doing that. So this diet should not be attempted, and I ain't trying it, when there is mental agitation from the environment of one, or if one must carry out worldly duties which require a lot of physical strain. Meaning, you ain't got time to do all that trying to figure out what to eat. No, no, no. You got to get it as you go. Okay. But it should be looked upon as a daily ritual diet. You hear that word daily. If you're going to do something, you need to put it on your daily agenda. Every now and then, don't get it done. So, your daily diet, ritual daily diet for those who can seclude themselves from the stresses of the world. How many people can do that? You can't go off into no monastery. I'll never forget 10 years ago when I was really dead in this. I'm ready to go to Egypt. I'm ready to go to the temple. I'm ready to go. Man, I'm ready to go somewhere. I need to get with people. So I was all up and run about that nonsense. I'm laughing now, but then I was serious about getting away because people's annoying me. People's, yeah, going through that transformation. I was going through a little phase there. But preferably under the guidance, that's what I didn't have at that time, of a spiritual preceptor. If you're going to practice anything, spiritual, religious, you need somebody to teach you. I have teachers. I have mentors. Okay? I don't just wing it. No. You got to be a student first, all right? I was a good student. But if otherwise, a healthy vegetation diet will be adequate for normal spiritual development. Okay, that's on you. But heavy foods, such as, we all know this already, okay? I'm not a nutritionist. I ain't here to tell you what to eat and how to eat. I'm not doing that. But we all know this. Such as overly cooked foods and meats are poisonous to the body and produce what? Aggressively agitated mental tendencies, like the steroids. They got it called roid rage. You take them, they build up muscle, but it's also causing a psychological problem in your head. And when they get mad, man, they go crazy. Okay, hence roid rage. All right, but they telling you the food that you eat, you ain't gonna go roid rage like that, but it ain't helpful. But overcooking tends to destroy the chemical constitution of the food, especially in the microwave. Whatever it was before you put in the microwave ain't gonna be when it come out. It's gonna change the chemical compound breakdown. That's what they trying to explain to you. They don't tell you that, but it ain't never saying. No, we gotta fry it now. We got it with the machine. I'd rather put it in there in the microwave. Get it real. I like the real heat. All right, but food constitute the food in such a way that your body sometimes rejects it as what? Foreign substance, poison, oxycodone, pain pills, right? I can't take them. If I'm in pain, I can't take an oxy. Why? I'm going to throw up. That's my body's way of saying, we don't want that. Back in the day, I used to have people had my other crew who sold heroin. And everybody sniffing every now and then. That stuff made me sick. I said, I can't do this, man. No, you supposed to. I said, I'm not going to do that. It don't register. Anything that makes me regurgitate, I'm not putting it down there. Why? It's going to throw it up. And I did it again just to prove, nope, did it again. So, nope, no oxy. So, whatever pain I got to go through, it ain't going to be killed by oxy. All right? So, but it's toxic. Conditions in the body will let you know that. But you may rise over a short time or over a long period of eating right and doing the right thing. You get there. But change slowly, not one extreme to the next. No, that's cold turkey. It's good for drugs, not other things. No, the only thing you need to stop cold is drug use. I'm with that 100%. Stop it. But even if it's only one vegetation meal a week, again, work it into your schedule. But the secret to life success, your ear, in the spiritual world is the physical world, which we use for getting along, is spiritual disciplines. You have to be spiritually disciplined. And that lies in slow excuse me, an incremental change in a set program daily. You get better by baby steps, a little bit at a time. My man told me, now he told me a lot of stuff, good and bad, but the one thing I'm taking to the grave with me is a little bit of something is better than a whole lot of nothing. That's been true since we've been selling drugs, and I'm still holding fast to that one. Why? I don't sell drugs no more, but that philosophy I still live by in my life. So also, do not eat to excess. I see. Oh man, I'm in Wawa getting gas. I see the guy got a car, little bitty car. When he got that car, I said, "What the hell? How he squeezed in there?" Right? Big dude, little bitty car. He goes in, sandal, not the sandal, but the clock, them damn Crocs. Okay, big Crocs, short T-shirt, about 300, almost 400 pounds. That guy came out. You know what he come out with? 4 packs of Edelman donuts. So he won't get this message of not eating in excess. As big as you is, dude, really. And he got back to squat that little bitty ass car. All right, but more than is more eating excess is eating more than is required to sustain your body. Mostly people eat. I eat till I get full. When I reach full, I don't give a damn what it is, where we at. I don't give a damn. I'm full. I'm not eating no more. But no, remember the days, well, eat everything on your plate. You crazy. No, I'm not that person. So again, that's how people get fat. But if you normally overeat, you're gonna be fat. It's simple as that. It's just that simple. And change what? You change by eating, taking 1 teaspoon less per meal. No, you mean to half the damn plate, but they tell you to break it down gradually. I get the concept, but for some of y'all need to just cut cold turkey, okay? But my brother's big dude. He was all his life he been big. He died big. So until you eat 2/3 or 3/4 of a normal serving, but them big people, what's normal to us ain't normal to them. So understand that intake. But never forget that since all beings, humans, are evolving at different levels and at different times and have different needs will vary according to the individual. Again, everybody's different. Just remember that you should know what's best for you. Hence, self-mastery, that including how you eat and what you put in your body too. Okay? So therefore, we must be what the final judge of what is best for what ourselves. Then it should be based on your own knowledge of self-nutrition and of your body. First of all, you should be the one who know what you're doing with it. But the latter comes from living a lifestyle which allows one to listen to the body so that no one may be in tune with its needs. So this requires a effective, caring, and honest way of being with respect to your own life. It would not be worthwhile to change a diet to healthy food only it would only increase what your personal stress levels, raise them, and agitate your mind in other areas. What they're saying is, don't let this food thing take you out of your norm. No, it ain't that big a deal. Okay, don't let it. That's what it tries to explain to you. Discipline, discipline, discipline. One must always practice my art. That's my girl. And to me, that means discipline. Knowing what's right and what's wrong and make the decision based on what's best for you. I can do what's wrong, but if I'm prepared to pay the consequences for that action, go for it. When I don't want to pay the consequences for a bad action, I'm not doing the bad action. Simple. That keeps me what? Discipline. You can do it. Yeah, you can do whatever you want. But remember the consequences. The consequences. In life, there's always consequences. And the sooner every individual know that for him or herself, they'll make better decisions for themselves. That's what I'm trying to say. And that children, you get them to understand that early, and you ain't got to worry about it. Why? They on easy street now. They got it. They got it. Let them go. Give them the truth and let them haul ass. We give them a bunch of lies and BS so they don't know which way to go. They all messed up. Say, yeah. Give them the truth and they'll go straight away. Simple as that. Moving on. It ain't brain surgery. So make it simple for them. All right. Keep it simple, stupid. Kiss them. All right. But if foods agitate the mind of there, one must practice spiritual discipline, practice mayat. And that means you yourself seeking the balance in all things and everything you do, foods or otherwise. Agitated mind, anything else. Other, wait a minute. If the foods or other ingested substances are not in line with your mental balance, don't do it. If it ain't good for you, I don't drink alcohol. Never did. I never liked it. I never saw the need to drink it. People around me, everybody, that I wouldn't give a damn. How many people do whatever it is they're doing that I don't do? I'm not doing it. Don't make a difference about what somebody else do. My mom said, everybody jump off the bridge. You gonna jump with them? Hell no. Okay, well, be your own person. Make your better decisions in life. That's what we should be doing. And you're a beneficiary when you make better decisions for yourself. A bad decision because somebody else coerced you or taught you into it, they're not the one that's gonna pay the consequences. You are. This may be a signal that they are against Mayat. If it don't, my mother-in-law, I love her. She said she never felt good doing bad things. She never cussed nobody out. She never had that hatred, that kind of environment, that viciousness to cuss somebody out. I said, you been living Mayat. I broke down Maya. She said, yeah, call me Maya. I said, yeah, you are Mayat. Why? You want to do what's right. And when you do what's wrong, you don't like that. You feel good doing right. I feel good when I do good things now. I get the concept. I understand now. Back then, I felt good doing whatever I was doing. As long as I was doing it, I'm in the one benefiting. I didn't care. All right, moving on. Oh, Lord. Let me get this out of the way. Number 12. But that was a long one because there was stuff in there that they dealt with the vegetation and discipline. It takes that concept because food is important in your life. I know that. Eat right. The Muslims tell you that. I know that. Eat to live. They big thing. Don't eat pork. There's more to life than just pork. Come on now. Okay, you don't eat pork, but you smoke cigarettes. You don't eat pork, but you run around and do other stuff. So just not eating pork ain't the criteria to make you a good Muslim. That's all. Moving on. Number 12. Every day, I wake up before Ra. Okay? It says wake up with the sun, Ra. So that the body is of earth. So it follows certain physical laws. Keep it in harmony with these to promote healthy and consistency in one's life. Early rise, early bed, early wise. Make a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. Why? Sleep is important. I go sleep early for a reason. And I'm past my bedtime right now. After 8 o'clock, I like to be in bed. Why? Because at 3:30, I'm getting up. Ain't no alarm clock. I just get up. That's what I do. All right? I've been doing it for years. So that's part of my routine. Number 13, it says, go to bed with the moon. I said, that's the female aspect of your character. Same as above, okay? Again, rest is important. Number 14, some of y'all might have a problem with this one. And I don't give a damn. No, do not use drugs. Right there. Do not use drugs. Chemical stuff that ain't for you. Prescribed stuff, if it ain't prescribed for you, they're still drugs. So do not use drugs or drink alcohol. I don't do neither one of them. Not because they say so, but that was a choice that I made way before this. I'll say so. No, I know with the drug thing. But yeah, I was never. I don't do alcohol. But the body is like a well-oiled machine through which the spirit, aka the energy that drives it, keeps it healthy. But the conscience that runs it should flow much like the electricity through electrical wires, smooth circuit. Just everything should click. The sockets should all be lined up. I got that lesson coming for you next. Your body, like again, well-oiled machine. But if the wiring, okay, here we go, the misinterpretation of the mind is damaged, now the electricity, the spirit, cannot operate properly. Bad connection, misunderstanding, misinterpretation, bad wiring. So your desire for happiness, your desire for happiness and liberation through learning and knowing and practicing the truth of the spirit will manifest as a desire of one's spirit to be what expand and make it go beyond the confines of your physical body or your natural life. Not knowing this feeling can be accomplished, you ready? Through daily meditation. I told you I love meditating. I guess goosey when I hear the word meditation. Yeah. Remember in Lion King when they said, y'all so scared of Mufasa, just his name made people tremble. They say Mufasa, whoo! So yeah, that's how I feel about meditation. But through daily meditation or not having enough will to apply themselves, you can accomplish these things, or not have enough will to apply themselves. If your discipline, your willpower ain't what it should be, you might not make it. Because some people seek the feeling of blissful freedom through what? You ready? Induced through drugs. I talked to God. I sniffed ketamine. I got to God. I did this. Man, I had a conversation with God. I'm talking to deity. I'm raising my life of consciousness. No, yeah, you high. Okay, you high. Simple. So I can go where you go. I don't need a drug to do that. It's called meditation. So spare me the theatrics about you drug-induced nonsense. Okay? Everybody take the drug. They go through things. Yeah, I've been getting high since I was a kid. 9 years old. I've been getting high a long time. I no longer get high, but I know high. So, and everybody who get high all of a sudden, now they talking to God. They got some new, the God drug that makes everything God talking to them, calling them. But if you don't have the wherewithal to apply yourself, some people seek it through drug abuse. Okay, drug use. Drug use causes what we know to be what? Temporary disconnection of one's spirit and consciousness. Okay? And the body, but it also causes critical damage to one's brain and your nervous system. And further, the drug induced experience, hallucination that you're going through is unpredictable. You don't even know what you're under. You don't even know what's going on. And it's uncontrollable. Y'all running around here naked, taking the clothes off while not doing dumb stuff because God is talking to you. No, the drug has got you high. See, reality says that. You don't. You see it the other way around. Why? Because you went under the drug. The person that ain't, I can see reality. I ain't got to see through a drug-induced high life. I see through my own. I do. You messed up. Moving on. And these are things that going on right now to this day. Molly, that new drug, okay? Yeah, I got stuff down in the market that I didn't mind taking acid, quaaludes, mescaline. Yeah, they take you out a few hours, you take a trip and have fun, and you come on back. This new drug they got with y'all don't come back. I don't want that. Okay, if I'm gonna be a cloud nine, I'll let the leave when I'm ready. Y'all go cloud nine, you gotta stay there. That ain't my thing. Okay, so thus it causes more what? Psychological illusion, psychosis of the mental mind, and it stays agitated. It is never what? Calm, because it's under influence. And it will never have a mild state of mind as long along with physical dependency. That means you want to be able to reach God because you sniff something or drop something or ate something to get you there. That's what they're trying to tell you. I'm telling you the same thing. I did a lot of drugs, okay, and that don't get you to God. Not now one of them got me to God, okay. But the best way to achieve true bliss in ecstasy, try my way, is to train your own mind by what? To reach those levels of consciousness by what? Meditation. This process may be accomplished through what? Daily practice of virtuous living, righteous living, and then self-reflecting along with meditation. Now we're in my wheelhouse. This is where I'm at. In this manner, the process for you may be accomplished by you and at will, and the process will be integrated in your daily life into now your psyche. So therefore, you know how to avoid all of what? The mental or the physical imbalances due to what? Drug use. Don't do the drug. And did you know at the time of death, the mind secretes DMT to take you into that good night by hallucinating. Everybody see the life flash for their face? Yeah, that's the rerun of the film of your life. So that takes you into that good night without you freaking out. Did you know that? Everybody goes through that at the time of death. Okay, it's called DMT. All right. Culture. Number 15. Cultivate what? Contentment. How you do that? Find out what makes you content, what makes you happy, and you ride that. In the words of T.D. Jakes, my dude, you find what works for you and you work it. That's finding contentment, cultivating contentment in yourself. You will be surprised at the number of things that you can actually do without if you stop to think about it. Unnecessary wants, cravings, and desires is what agitate one's mind. Contentment means I don't need and want for nothing. So I don't, I got this, I need that. Nope, nope. That's the difference. Number 16, keep a diary. I'm anti-diary. I never forget. I thought that was the stupid thing going. My sister had a diary. My old man went in her diary. All the stuff that you got to be crazy. I got a good memory. I hold everything to memory. I was a little number runner. I didn't write nothing down. I could remember numbers. I was a phone killer. Why? Give me a phone number. I remember it. Why? I played the mind game with myself. I educated myself on how I remember things. Simple. Going on. But you keep a diary. I'm against diary. I write all my letters, all my stuff. Now I got a bunch of books, but not about me personally. Carl Jung, 16 years writing the damn diary. Called the Red Book. I'm not doing that. My lessons are my diary, so understand that. Moving on. But that's what it says, keep a diary. I'm anti that, I wanted you to know. So it says stick to your spiritual routine. I'm with that. I ain't got to write about it. The diary will help you understand yourself better. Okay, that's a concept that I don't subscribe to. I ain't saying it don't work. I'm just saying I don't subscribe to it. Moving on. And you do not show it to those who are not initiated into your teaching. What about your parents? What about your loved one? What about somebody who can get into your personal life that you might not want them in? I'm not writing it down. That's why they can't get it from here. Get the concept? 17. I see, look, oh, Lord. Boy. I'm down to 2 more. All right, let me see if I can get it in. Now, do not speak too much of your spiritual matters. Why? Too much debating with people who see things different than you causes you mental agitation. You get excited. People get emotional. Talking about that Jesus, talking about God, they get a little beside themselves. They get huffy, puffy, they get emotional. They start, whoa, pump the brakes. Also, those who are not ready, who fully understand the teachings, they may consider you insane. This nigga crazy. See? So you avoid that. Speak to those who understand you. That's all you gotta do. I can't teach everybody. I can't enlighten everybody. So I don't try. At one time I tried to teach. I'm teacher. I'm gonna teach everybody. Self-mastery is knowing when to waste your pearls, when not to. Okay? So I don't waste my jewels no more. Moving on. Number 18. We're almost there. If at all possible, try to keep company with or a study buddy under your spiritual preceptor, your guru, your swami, your monks, your sages, your saints, etc. My pastor, now he's starting to realize they learn why, because they call him after the service to get answers and ask questions. Yeah, that's teaching. That's teaching. Before he said, Brother Wright, you the only one, they call. I said, my man, I'm learning. I don't give a damn what they do. I can't account for them. I want to know if I'm getting the right message. I'm here every week to learn. If I'm not questioning or asking, what am I doing this? Come here sitting like a bump of the law? I don't do that. So I'm learning biblical concepts from somebody who I trust, know what they're talking about. So, and they do. And if possible, keep in company with somebody, a good study buddy, or somebody who's proficient in what they're doing. When it comes to what I do what I do. When it comes to biblical concepts, I go to somebody who will do what they do. But if this is not possible, try to develop the faculty of daily meditation, and ask for intuitional assistance from your own Ba, aka your spirit, your higher self. Again, your spirit, your higher self, or from gods and spirits, aka letters or angels. It is their function to help those who ask with sincerity and honesty from the heart. The spirits can't deny. That's what they say. And what you do with that spiritual knowledge, you can use it for good or you can use it for evil. The spirit don't give a damn. It ain't prejudice, but no way. So it's the question of how you use it. Wrap it up with this one. Oh, Lord, I couldn't make it. We got 30 minutes again. This was important. The last one, taking it in. Do not do work. Do work that's keeping with your personality. I love teaching, so this is a job that I love to do. I love driving. I spent years driving for UPS. I spent years driving for Virgo Transportation Service. I love driving. So anything I do, I got to like it. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I know that, and they say the same thing. I didn't need them to tell me that, but it's good to know that. But keep it in personality. Keep with your personality, your goals, and your aspirations. When pursuing a career or a job, you pursue something that you love to do. I just told you that, and I gave that from start to finish. And it would be done well, and you would enjoy it with passion. You would do it with detachment in a manner in which you would, if you wasn't getting paid the way you do it. Back in my day, NFL football players would say they love the game so much they would play it, they didn't get paid. That's love, okay? That's desire, okay? That's real. But fulfilling your own worldly duties in a manner that is personally rewarding for and to you. And maybe somehow I'm a caregiver. I'm helping somebody else out. My life is based on giving and helping other people. Now I'm getting paid for it. Who knew? But you got other windows, in a manner of personally rewarding. That's to you. And other windows to expand your consciousness will also open for you. Why? Because now you will be living vibrantly. You vibrate another level. You raise your consciousness level. You vibrate feeling good about yourself, doing what you love to do, not getting up every morning. Man, I go ahead. No, that ain't the way to go to work. If you don't love your job, ooh, that's not good. Now that's really work. All right? But it's you are vibrating on another level, and also searching to be what? A better you. And that means always expanding and always growing your mind and your statistics. The statistics prove that the leading cause of death in our modern day now in the work job is life dissatisfaction. Meaning you go to work miserable, which leads to what? The hour of the week. More people die, watch this, of strokes and heart attacks than any other time being, you ready? Monday morning, 9 o'clock. Dreading going in there. It's so bad that it gave you a damn heart attack. That's the job I don't want. I don't want that job. And those who got them job, well, they pay good money, but it's killing you. Is it worth it? Is death worth anything? Is worth death? No. Excuse me, but that's just it's showing you. And be passionate, but detached. Always be ready to let go and follow a higher calling, since one's earthly activities are only a means to an end, not the end of themselves. You have to be able to do something that makes you happy. If you're doing something that will kill you. That was the concept. Hope you got the message. That's the last 10 commandments of the elements of spiritual disciplines you need to acquire to self-mastery. Hope you got the lesson. Hope you enjoyed it. I got to go. And in closing, right thing, because me, you all did to be 100. Me, 100 minus a day. So I've never done my right thinkers who just got understanding of the essential spiritual disciplines for self-mastery have passed away. I'll be right back, though.